Yeah, we're live. We are live.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Friday feeling and all that.
Yeah. I quite like these Friday slots. So yeah, we seem to be mixing it up, changing every week. Obviously, yesterday I was on Beyond the 90 after the Leicester game. Pretty angry with the.
I saw.
Yeah, so like after that, there's no way I could have done this. So I wanted to be a bit chirpier today, and
You had to escape the country after last week, didn't you?
I did. I had per now, especially who's in our league, giving me updates throughout the wedding and the whole day about what was going on. So yeah, obviously I had one eye, and I was in the church during the wedding. But I was thinking,
streaming in the pocket.
Also, praying to God, just like, come on, let's turn this around, man. I'm due. I need something.
It worked. Being in the motherland. And all
Did you like the title of this episode?
Small games.
Shall we have a look? Let's have a look at.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Obviously, those that are watching, get involved. Get involved in the chat. Yeah, let us know how you're getting on. We'll have a look at the podcast league in a sec. So,
can you see this?
Yeah, here we go. Yeah. So, okay. No, I thought you said I was.
Yeah. So this, I looked at it earlier.
You didn't see that Walker was coming on, is it?
Huh?
No, you did. You did know Walker was coming on.
No, yeah, I knew that he was coming on, but I think there must have been. Did you have two other players that didn't play and someone else come on or not?
You had you took a -4, didn't you, as well?
I did take a -4, yeah. I thought I factored that in. Anyway, yeah, for the viewers, I thought that he beat me by 1, but it was a bit more comprehensive.
A little bit, yeah. So the small gains, it was okay. Yeah, 7 points.
Medium
gains. I'll take it. Yeah. So like a big, obviously, like considering how bad it's been at the start. Actually, looking at the league table now, it's 4-2. If I can get another win this week, I'm right back in the mix.
Yeah.
For the head-to-head, anyway. Maybe not so much in the points tally, but this is the good thing about the head-to-head is anything can happen. All right, should we have a look at the pod league?
Yeah.
Per now, I'll get to your comment when I start looking at my team. So the pod league, I don't know if we had any new joiners this week. I think we talked about last week if we're gonna have a cut-off point for joining. I say Christmas. I say we let people join until Christmas, and then I'll stop putting the link in the description, and we'll call it a day.
Well, yeah. I think one of our internets isn't working because what's going on there?
Give it a little refresh. If not, then I can potentially share mine. There you go. No, is it not coming up?
Hang on, give me 2 secs.
All right, cool.
I think mine.
If not, we can have a look at my team for now, and I'll bring up the pod league, and we can have a look at that after. Although technical difficulties. Yeah, I think so. I think we've been on the whole time. It's just not loading. It's just not loading the league when you try and.
I don't know. It might have been my internet because I literally couldn't hear a word you were saying in the last minute. It was just like, yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what that looks like once.
I mean, I didn't realize. I was just trying to talk you through, but yeah, it was working. I think it's just right. Here we go.
Here we go.
Right, a little bit of dead air, but that's fine. No, it doesn't matter. All right, so mate, Dom is flying. Absolutely flying at the minute. 62.
That's got to be right up there, isn't it, for the week?
Yeah, so have a little gander at his team.
You must have had Salah captain, I'm guessing.
All the way from Australia as well. I feel like if you're winning from Australia when all the times are off, I feel that you almost deserve some extra credit for that.
Yeah.
So he's gone for Salah captain. Do you know what? The doubling up of the Man City, Edison and Walker has been a big shout for him. That's been reaping the rewards.
It's a good show.
Yeah, and also Wolves having Marcel is good differential, and I mean, yeah, that's a pretty solid team.
Bit unlucky with Trent as well.
Yeah.
Wait, why
Yeah.
did you say he got 1 point? I didn't think that he played at all, did he?
Well, no, they conceded 3, didn't they?
Oh, of course he did. Sorry, yeah.
3.
Yeah.
And he's red for red. Why is he red now?
Oh, because he's so he didn't play Champions League, did he? So I think he's got, because he didn't play. Was it the week before he didn't play as well, or he's been
Yeah.
a bit like, yeah. I'm not. Let's see what it says. Groin.
Expect about 16th of October, so he's going to after the international break. Is he in the? I guess he's not in the England squad then either.
I don't think
So yeah, all right. Well, that's good for me this week. That's really good for me this week.
and
I
Cody on the bench as well.
I guess a lot of people probably look to get him out. Probably.
Yeah.
You got him.
I did have him. He's gone.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Sorry, back to the league quickly. So Dom's overtaken you. You're still doing well in second place. Paj.
Yeah, I think from Paj by point.
Yeah, so very good. And then Purnell, the horse's man, is mate, he's doing well by his standards. No, it's good. He's doing. I've also got a head-to-head league with him, and there's 4-2 in that as well. So I'm coming for the both of you.
Matt had a pretty big week, 58.
Yeah, 58. That's
he's got. Good. He's had Sarr. Yeah. So Sarr's done him well the last few weeks. Sam Maximan.
So Purnell had him as well. I think he's been doing well.
Questionable bench boost, I'd say, because savage. Alexander Arnold captain as well. Yeah, he bench boost. Yeah.
Oh, is it? That's interesting.
Well, Decore, and then the rest.
I mean, it's not. He's done. Yeah, Kevin Decore, he's done all right of it, but using it this early on a bit of a random week is interesting. Yeah, I wonder if that was because he had someone he wanted to beat in the head-to-head or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
Matt, watching, then you might have to explain that decision.
Neil, not a very good week for Neil.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know how much.
Got some Leicester boys in there, is he?
Yeah,
he's got
Barnes. I mean, come on, mate. Come on.
Three of them Trinix as well.
Matt says that no players are playing each other, which I quite like that logic, but yeah, I mean, I suppose he did alright of it, having that Decore 11 points, especially sort of.
You're not that far off top. In touch.
So what's the difference between me and Matt? Sorry, just check that quickly. Because what the fuck? 11 points. I've got. I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, my situation is still pretty dire, but at least I had a slightly better than average week. And won the head-to-head. So it's onwards and upwards from this point, I think. Really. Let's have a gander then at my team. The transfers will be easy because I've only made one, so I won't take too long on it. But I was quite lucky, like Purnell said, lucky with Walker coming on. I mean,
it was Bamford.
No, Torres. Bamford was injured anyway, so Torres.
And you put Bamford in just for this week as well, didn't you?
I know, yeah. So my succession of strikers has been Calvert-Lewin, who didn't play. Followed by Richarlison, who didn't play, followed by Bamford, who didn't play. So that's my last 3 weeks of transfers have been an absolute shambles. So I've had to change striker again. Bamford's out again, and the options I suppose were Saint Maximan or sorry, Matt says please have above him. I just don't know. I just don't remember the last time I seen that, Matt. It's a long time. But yeah, him. So yeah, I went for Jimenez in the end. I actually started thinking earlier maybe I should have tried to squeeze Vards in somehow. I feel like Vardy's gone under the radar a bit as a differential so far this season.
Yeah, he has. He must be up there for like top scorer near enough, is he?
Yeah, well, he scored 5.
Yeah.
I think other than him, Albright's the only player who scored for Leicester in the Premier League this season so far. So I know it's bad. It is bad. But yeah, so obviously it's too late for me now. I ended up going for Jimenez. It's a slight price saving, and I did think last week was the first time this season where he did look like his old self. I don't know if you
His goal
saw
was
it.
good, wasn't it?
Yeah, his goal was good, and he was throwing himself about, and yeah, it was positive. So I've gone for him. Those
Nice
fixtures are
fixtures, yeah.
fairly decent, especially this next one, Newcastle at home.
Yeah.
Traore. Oh man!
Did he do anything in that game? Who did they play?
No, he didn't start. He didn't start. He came on. He came off the bench. So now, obviously, I'm a bit worried that that's gonna because they actually won and they played all right. So is he now going to be a bench player again?
So you still got him?
Either way, I mean, he has to come out, but I didn't want to take a -4, and obviously, I went for him. And so I feel like I did explain the other week. I'm going to try and avoid taking hits while I'm so far behind because I just I need every point I can get. I feel like at the minute.
Yeah. Got the captain choice right, pretty much.
Which was very lucky because I did have Bruno until the last minute, until like the last. I had Bruno, and thank God because again that really saved me. It's good to see Smith Rowe finally paying dividends.
Yeah,
good lad, mate. Great performance to be fair.
Yeah.
And I feel like if people are going to start noticing him again and putting him in after a performance like that, and obviously, so and then Walker coming in was good. Nothing else from my defenders. Shaw's just been letting everyone down, hasn't he? Really this season. People
United are a bit of a funny one, aren't they? Like they should have lost the other night against Villarreal. They got all the players, but it's just not quite like clicking, is it?
No, did I hear the other day? Did I hear that Maguire's out for now for a while?
Maguire's out until at least after international break, like 3-4 weeks, I think.
Yeah. I already just noticed that James is red flag now as well.
Yeah, I just seen that. That's interesting because I might put another Chelsea defender in on the back of that.
That's well, he's called up to the England squad, which I saw a funny comment from Tuchel today. Did you see that? Saying,
no, what did he say?
He thought he'd been chosen for the water polo team because he's been training in the pool. So, but that obviously means it's probably not long term. But that's not ideal for me at all. So I think I'm going to have to go for Walker again against Liverpool. I only have Jota, so
not ideal, is it? But I had the same situation last week with City and Chelsea. Actually, no, I didn't even have a Chelsea player at that point, but I just thought that would be a game that City would concede. But we did also say that it could easily be like a 0-0, and it was quite a well. To be fair, City dominated, didn't they, that game?
But it was low scoring in the end, and I definitely did think. Obviously, I was lucky because Torres didn't come on again, and so now my big problem in this team. I don't think the team's actually bad, but my big problems are Traore and Torres, both terrible transfers that I made. Spooner says, surely Bruno pens now has to hurt his value. I could have done with him scoring that because transferred him out, and that really would have. You don't have him, do you?
Bruno,
no. So that would have been really good for me. Unfortunately, probably would have been free bonus as well because it was the winner. But
never mind. Terrible penalty as well, wasn't it?
So bad, shocker.
You see, there's like conspiracy theories about Ronaldo. Like someone's reckons they picked up Ronaldo telling him to miss it to get Solskjaer the sack. It's like fucking hell, come on, really?
Did you see Martinez?
Yeah, that was jokes.
Saying he wanted Ronaldo to take it. It was good mind game. Played to him. It was good mind games.
And then they did the little like Pardew dance afterwards, wasn't they?
I enjoyed that. But so they're my two problems. But for the time being, like I said, I don't really want to take a -4. So, although
what's going on with Bamford? Oh, sorry, Bamford for Jimenez,
Yeah, he's definitely out. He's definitely out. And the thing is,
are you going to start Traore on the bench here, or?
No, at the moment I've got Torres on the bench away to Liverpool and starting Traore.
Well, they've got the easier game though, haven't they?
If he's not going to start, then what am I doing?
Also,
I'm just checking now because I do have 0.5, but Richarlison's probably gone up now, hasn't he?
Nah, I doubt it.
No, not Richarlison. Sorry, Rafinha. Oh no, he's still 6.5.
But isn't he? He had a yellow on him earlier in the week. Is he?
He doesn't. No, there's no yellow now. Their next 4 fixtures: Watford, Southampton, Wolves, Norwich, Leicester.
Yeah, nice.
They got a lot. So do I take? So now I'm thinking, do I take this 0.5 and I have Rafinha playing against Watford at home?
Yeah.
With point for take a -4. I think.
Leeds at home or Watford at home?
Let's see. Watford, Leeds are at home. Leeds are at home.
Yeah, that could be a good shout then.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on it, but now that I think about it, and that's I saved 0.5 putting Jimenez in. So I did also. I don't really like having two Wolves players the way that they're playing.
Yeah.
He also saying take the -4. So do you know what? I think I might have to. I think that's because that's long term as well. Their fixtures are good for a while, so I might as well. Last chance for Bruno this week. Yeah, I think the same, mate. I think, but the thing is now everyone's gone for Salah. Yeah, they do have a bit of yeah. I quite now that Son's back. I know that Spurs aren't playing very well, but he's just so reliable. He scored against you, like he's a lot deeper than a Bruno. And then maybe you could have a Greenwood. Like if I could go for Greenwood over Torres, and then bring in Son. I think the only reason why we both took him out was because of his injury, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the only reason we took him out. I think he scored points for me in the 2 weeks that I think I had him. 2 or 3 weeks he scored. So they were shocking. They weren't they against us. I'm a bit worried about their form.
Yeah.
Who they got this week? Who's it? Villa, home to Villa. Villa, look, they've improved a little bit the last few weeks. Obviously, they beat. Wait, did they beat United or was it a draw?
Yeah. Thanks, Antonio. I think, but I think Leon Bailly looked like the one, but obviously he's injured again now. So, so I'm not sure who you would really go for out of their team, other than trying to maybe get Danny Ings back in.
I was thinking Watkins is back now, so he looked quite sharp the other day. I was thinking maybe he might start getting on a bit of a run now that he's back.
Yeah, I did have him for a large proportion of last season.
Same.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll take that -4. That's quite possible. But yeah, that's me for this week.
And who are you captaining?
Captain choice. Tossing between Antonio and Lukaku. Antonio, Brentford at home. Obviously, he hasn't let down yet. Leeds. Is that Leeds? Yeah, exactly. I'm not even kidding. Like he'll definitely score points in that game, Rafinha. So what Lukaku, Southampton at home.
Yeah.
But on form, I was going to put Lukaku on, value and potential and stuff, but then on form, I'd probably go with Antonio.
Yeah, and Brentford, they had looked solid up until, I know it's Liverpool, but they still conceded 3 in that. So, I think Antonio's
been getting a free bonus as well, like every game pretty much.
Yeah,
and true. Even he scored the winner at the end, didn't he? In the match of the weekend, but he also had one ruled out. So
he got an assist last night, didn't he, in the Europa League?
Did he? Yeah. So I think based on form, it's got to be really.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's have a gander at yours. How long will we? Maybe 20 minutes.
Yeah. So, the story of my game week was really, Ronaldo captain didn't fire for me. He was just pissing me off, walking around the pitch for the last 20 minutes, just doing nothing. And then I switched off. When I found out he didn't take the penalty, I was just for fuck's sake.
That was the big question coming up. Who was going to take a penalty? But do you think that Ronaldo will be on them from now on?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to be.
I think that's not the first one, Bruno. He was good at the start, wasn't he? He scored like his first, they had a lot last season, so he's probably scored about 20 by now. But he has missed a couple, and he changed his run up. Usually does the little hop and skip, doesn't he? And that one he just did a smallsy and just twatted it over the bar.
Yeah. So yeah, but that was really good for me. He must have been the most captain player as well. So that's why I've ended up having a better than average week.
Yeah, that was the first game of the week as well, so it was like, like I'm really kind of
Yeah,
playing catch up already from the start. I didn't realize it was 12:30. Like it was weird having two games on at midday, but it's something to do with there was a gig or something on at Old Trafford.
mm,
The next day they needed extra time to set up, so it was meant to be later in the day or whatever, but they moved
but
it.
I didn't know
Uh,
that.
yeah, that was a bit annoying. And Greenwood, he was looking a threat in that game, but he was just making the wrong decision sometimes. Like there's one time I wanted him to shoot, but like from a United point of view, he should have passed it, and Bruno would have had an open goal. But I'm pretty confident that he's going to keep starting
Yeah,
because Sancho's not really doing a lot, is he? And
no.
Rashford's still out, so I think I'll stick with him for a bit longer. And I took out who
And I
so
was asking, and I was asking if you'll go Ronaldo or Antonio this week, captain.
well, I've taken Ronaldo out and put Lukaku in.
Oh, have you? Okay,
Yeah,
but yeah, okay.
yeah. The plan is to captain Lukaku, I think. Although I'm a bit concerned about Chelsea, like they're not flowing that great. You know what I mean? They're not creating
Mm.
that many chances.
They
So
don't seem to be like playing to his strengths very much.
yeah, um, and yeah, Reece James is out, so that's like that threat down the right. And like the creative midfielders, they seem to be playing like Kovacic, Kante, and I don't know if that was just because it was City, but they played all three of them, didn't they? Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho. So hopefully, like a Ziyech or a Mount or Havertz or whoever will just come in and hopefully be able to set up a few more chances for Lukaku. So
Yeah,
I took Jota out because I was just fed up with him spooning chances, and then obviously he scored. He missed another big chance in that game.
I know. He's like he's so close to getting a big point, like a big
He
week,
is,
like free bonus, couple of goals, just
yeah,
not quite happening. But I'm sticking. Like I say, I've got much bigger problems in my team than Jota anyway.
yeah,
So he's staying. Um, yeah. Obviously, if you just a caveat, if you had Captain Salah, I still would have just beaten you this week.
yeah.
Just, but Foden. Yeah. No, I was going to ask with Chelsea, obviously, with their fixtures, do you know what's difficult is trying to pick a midfielder from them?
I know. I think
Like,
Mount's
who
been
would you?
injured.
Yeah, Mount's currently on like a yeah. He's kind of injured. I'd like the option of Ziyech, but there's no sign of him starting consistently or playing at a particularly high level.
Yeah,
Havertz, I guess, would be the
I
one,
think
but
he's the one, but he's a bit more expensive, isn't he? He's like 8.3, I think, 8.2
yeah,
maybe now.
and also
Uh,
not guaranteed to start either. Not
they,
guaranteed.
I was looking at it the other night, and they all play like whenever any of them play, it's like they get 60, 70 minutes tops. And like we said, they didn't score a lot of goals anyway. Um, so for that sort of money, I'd rather get like a talisman from another team that's going to be playing. Like that's why I put Gray in because he was, obviously like historically he's not done that great, but he's on form this season. I think he got an assist for me this week, which sort of cushioned the blow of taking Jota out. But yeah, the Chelsea midfield is just very hard to pick from and there's no real value there, I don't think.
Mm, yeah, yeah, it's tough. And so which defender are you thinking of? Obviously, James being injured is. I guess it'll be Marcus Alonso, is it?
So yeah, what I've done is I've taken a -4. So like I said, I took Ronaldo out for Lukaku. Had a bit of money in the bank anyway, and
Yeah.
then took Trent out even before I knew he was injured, just because they've got some. I think their fixtures aren't that great.
No, they've got two really tough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they've got a few bad fixtures, and their defense isn't looking as tight as it usually is.
Mm,
So I thought with Chelsea's fixtures coming up, I've put Alonso in. But now I'm a bit worried about they haven't looked that great the last few games, and I was hoping that he was going to get arrested for the Champions League, but he started, but he did get subbed off after like at halftime. I think it was Chilwell came on. Alonso was on a yellow, so I'm hoping that that was just a case of they give him a rest because he's on a yellow as well, and he'll start. I'm pretty sure that he'll start, but a lot of Chelsea fans have been slagging him off the last couple of games, saying that he's not been great. So be interesting to see if Chilwell gets his chance in the league. I'm hoping that he doesn't, but um, Yeah,
Like I said, I always thought it was a matter of time, but then I suppose Alonso's their most consistent performer at the moment. So why would you?
what was that?
I think Shaw will play, won't he? I'm pretty sure. I looked up. He's like it was a what? He was a bit ill or something, or
So he's been named in the England squad, and Southgate said that he's just been ill. And I saw a picture on Twitter earlier of someone's been doing some hunting, and they've seen that he's been in full training. So I'm hoping that means he's going to start. I mean, I've got Gray playing against him, which is a bit dry. So I was thinking about maybe taking Shaw out and putting like a Christensen or a Rudiger in, but I don't really want to spend another four. So I think I'll chance it for this week anyway, and see how we go after international break.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I think I'll just hang on to James, and I guess after the international break he should be back. So
yeah, because I think if with James being out, they'll play Azpilicueta right back. I mean, usually they play five at the back, but they're at home to Southampton, so maybe they might mix it up and go an extra man in midfield and just do four at the back. So that might be interesting to see. See, I'm not too sure like what Chelsea are going to do with the injuries and stuff. So I think it's best to just not go. My plan was to put three in for this week with their fixtures coming up, but I think I'll stick with two for this week. See how it goes, and then I can always put another one in later down the line.
Yeah, nice. And like, Foden. I mean, Foden starting is promising, I suppose, even if he didn't return anything.
He's quality. Like I'm keeping. He'll be in there all season. Like I've been impressed with what I've seen since he's been back. He seems to be like the furthest forward as well. Like KDB was playing the like false nine last season. He seems to find himself in the box in that position quite a lot. But people just haven't. His teammates haven't been picking him out. So I'm confident. Like they've got Liverpool this week, but when he came on against PSG, he looked really good. So I'm pretty sure that he's going to start, considering he only got 20 minutes in midweek. So yeah, I'll be sticking with Foden.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nice. I think I feel like our team's a bit more competitive now than they were a few weeks ago. Obviously, Torres has been the big letdown for me, but like he's missed 2 games now, so you'd hope that he would play. Although at the moment I've got him on the bench because they're playing Liverpool, and I don't want to risk it just in case. But yeah, I mean, it's just that standard Man City thing where it's a bit of a toss up really between their and like Jesus might be a shout at the moment potentially.
And that's it. With him being on form, it's hard for Torres to get in, especially with Foden being back now. But it is tricky with City. I think the way Dom's played it with the defenders, like they're so good for a clean sheet because they get so much possession, obviously.
Yeah.
And when they do get hit on counters, they win the ball back quite quickly. It's so demoralising for the opposition. Like if the opposition didn't score early, it's really hard to come back into it.
Knackered, chasing the ball all the time. Yeah, if you've got if you've got Edison and Diaz, that's like their 2 players who are going to be playing like every week.
I've got Diaz, and I stupidly left him on the bench. And I was thinking to myself, that's one of those where it's like, okay, they're playing a good team in Chelsea, but like we said, we knew it was going to be low scoring. Probably would have been worth maybe playing him. So that was a bit,
Yeah, you didn't have any Chelsea players either, so I mean, it could have, but it's hard with those games. I always tend, when it's a big team against a big team, I always tend to maybe to see if to think about benching them just because you never know what's going to happen. What are the? Should we just have a quick look at the fixtures coming up this week?
I will do. Yeah, just the last one on my team is obviously Spurs scored late on, which fucked up my clean sheet for these two. That would have been 3 in a row. Clean sheets for those boys, but unfortunately Son scored. So
that was big for me. That was you definitely would have won the head to head if they come back.
But we got Brighton this week, so I'll stick with them, even though Brighton
more pay though. He loves a goal against Arsenal, like
Ty's favourite, isn't it?
Yeah. Go on your
I got my team.
Lineup. Yeah, let's have a look at your lineup because then I can at least see who your boys are playing. So what are you feeling in terms of the fixtures this week? Good, bad?
a mix. I've got quite a few. Well, actually, just looking at it, it's about half and half, home and away. I have got Liverpool and City playing against each other, but other than that, I'm quite happy with the fixtures. Yeah, Chelsea, Southampton, Arsenal, Brighton, United, Everton. So yeah, I've got Gray playing against Shaw. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Yeah. Obviously the Man City Liverpool game is going to be a big one.
Yeah, you've
I've
got to
already
have Salah at this point, haven't you? Because he's have you still not got him? Nah,
no.
no.
No, I'm still just sticking with Jota, hoping that Jota, like he did last week, he got the same amount of points.
Fair.
So I'm just hoping that that's going to happen, more often than not.
Yeah,
It's obviously risky. I do want to.
Firmino's back though, isn't
But
he?
also, like Salah now, it's like, am I thinking too early about differentials? But I feel like everybody's jumped on Salah, and it's just one of those players where if there's more high value players to choose from this year, so why not go for someone else and try and make up some points? Hope that Salah, doesn't score or whatever.
Yeah,
Because if not,
I think
I'm going to struggle to catch up with people really.
true, but it's at the same time, say they're like at home to I don't know, like a Burnley or like most teams, and you
Mm,
haven't got Salah. I know you've got Jota, but I'm just thinking with Firmino being back, he scored in midweek. Did he? I think he scored a couple. Um,
mm.
so that is a risk if he starts starting. I'm guessing that Jota would be the one to drop out. Maybe Mane.
No,
Uh,
no, you're right. You're right. That now is a big risk. But like you said, Liverpool's fixtures as well, they're not that kind over the
no,
next few weeks. So, like,
not the worst
say,
time not to have him.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know. Obviously, I've considered it. I've been considering it, but at the moment, no. What Man
Yeah,
City fixtures like? Because I
they've
wonder
got to start getting decent soon. They've played quite a few decent teams.
they have
Pretty
that
good.
bad run in December. Basically, is when it gets.
That's a
But
pretty
even before then, it's pretty decent. I just wonder whether KDB could start being a factor this season at some point.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, home to Burnley and Palace. You got to
Yeah,
think like the home games for City are the ones that they can smash, and that yeah, then this is
what
obviously
like KDB, his selection percentage at the moment must be so low.
let's have a
Like,
look at City. We'll have a look at Chelsea as well.
but then again, maybe I'm thinking a bit too outside the box with these things. But like, I just think Grealish is still an option as well. I know
Yeah,
he hasn't returned very big, but he had a couple of chances against Chelsea, didn't
he did, but he's seems like he's so. I've always rated him, but he just seems quite one dimension. I can see why Pep likes him because he likes his wingers to like hug the touchline, which obviously he
he?
does. But
Mm,
he's out there like they play diagonals to him. He touches it, runs down to the byline, and then cuts back and like passes it back. So like
mm,
he's fantasy wise, he's not really cutting it. And I think Foden is a better option for the same price. But
yeah.
if you want to get two of them in, then yeah, I would prefer Grealish over a Bernardo or.
Mm.
But yeah, KDB. Let's have a look at his
It's just
ownership.
so expensive, KDB though. 11.9. It's just too much already, isn't
Yeah,
it?
1.7%.
Yeah, exactly. See what I mean?
That's insane, isn't it? Really, when you think that outside of fantasy, he's one of the best
He
players in the
hasn't
league.
he hasn't played 90 minutes yet this season, but
No,
he's there. He's there now.
that is a problem. I mean, look, last season he only got 12 assists. Okay, the minutes wasn't great, but
Yeah, it
that's
was the
not.
season before was insane though. 23
Yeah,
assists.
that was mad. And like, yeah, these two seasons as well.
Yeah.
So if he does play, but mind you, though, like obviously they had Aguero back then, so
Mm.
who's getting on the end of these chances now? That's a bit of a concern.
Yeah, less so. Less so. Mara has been a disaster so far this season.
Yeah,
Been shit.
and
Um,
Sterling.
and Sterling, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
look at that. His minutes played again, though. He's barely even
I know.
barely playing.
He does seem to like Grealish. He likes Grealish. He likes Jesus. I'm pretty sure that he likes Foden. um, but yeah, these ones you can take your pick: Mahrez, Sterling, Grealish, Torres, Bernardo. They'll
Yeah,
all share the minutes. Gunde was obviously the one last season, wasn't he? But
yeah.
um,
But yeah, obviously he's injured. But even when he was playing, it wasn't. The returns weren't great.
No. I just want to have a look at Chelsea now that Reece James is out.
I was just gonna, yeah. Oh yeah. I'll bring up mine in a sec as well. Oh no, I have brought up mine. Sorry, I just overtook you.
So what is your screen showing now? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, just go for yours then.
Just because I'm quite. Do you know what? I actually think that the fixtures are decent this week. For my team. So I'll just zoom in a bit. Yeah, so obviously Sanchez at home to Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal, I know you smashed Spurs, but generally you're not the highest scoring team in the world. So that's all right. Obviously, Reece James at home to Southampton would have been ideal, but now obviously it looks like I'm going to have to go for Walker. Cresswell, Brentford at home, pretty good fixture. Sure, obviously I'm hoping he's going to be fit, but again, like everyone's got him, so it's neither here nor there.
Who's your first defender on the bench if he doesn't play?
Now it's obviously James is out, so it's going to be Livramento away to Chelsea.
Not ideal, but
not ideal.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Shaw will play.
Yeah, so am I. And then midfield now of Smith Rowe, Rafinha, which just confirms that I've made that transfer. During the pod, Bruno and Jota. So obviously you've got two midfielders in that Chelsea Man City game. I've just got Jota and hoping that Bruno is going to do well. But my strike force now for this week, I'm liking Jimenez.
This is like a good team now.
Yeah, it's getting there.
9 out of 11 at home as well, I'm noticing.
Yeah, just by pure coincidence. Yeah,
but still,
with Reece James, it would have been 10. God damn it! But yeah, I'll take that. Matt reckons Sterling's going to go to Arsenal in Jan. Davis, along with Martial.
Martial, fucking hell.
We do have a French striker.
We do love a French striker. Yeah, usually our French strikers are pretty decent though. Not.
Yeah.
I've actually heard us rumored with Sterling. I don't know if that's just Matt like listening to a bit of TalkSport or that's a genuinely decent source. But there has been rumors about us going with Sterling like in the last year or so, and yeah, I'm not keen.
Yeah, I doubt he'll be keen either, mate. Actually, no, he might be a bit more so now that you're looking a bit better.
It's the sort of transfer you can see happening. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Rafinha just confirmed COVID. I honestly don't, because no mind, it probably will be the case. Jimenez, if he doesn't play this week, then I might as well just knock it on the head, mate. Not the podcast on the edge, not the team on the head. If my fourth striker in a row that I've transferred it doesn't play, I mean, forget about it. Yeah, Matt can take my place. Exactly. Yeah. But so I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully, like I say, if I can get another 3 points on the board in the head-to-head, then I'm right back in it. And so fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still not 100% on Lukaku, but I feel like I have to just because he's home. If I'm not going to captain him at home to Southampton, like when am I going to captain him? So
that's true. That's definitely not set in stone for me. It could be either or. I'll probably think about that right until 11 a.m. on the Saturday. It's Bruno saying if they pay 50. Well, Pepe was 70, wasn't he? So what? Sterling must be like 100. 200. Exactly. I don't know if anyone's actually got any questions about their team or anything like that, or any players that they suggest that we need to really keep an eye on. I don't know if
you're captaining.
Yeah, and who you're captaining as well. I suppose it's going to be. Are people going to go for Ronaldo at home to Everton? I think a lot of people still will probably.
Yeah. There's a lot of teams, aren't there? They've got Ronaldo and Lukaku now, so
yeah.
I'm still not keen on that idea. I'd rather do what you've got there and have 3 decent strikers. I've only got 2 at the moment, but I will bolster. I've got 2.7 in the bank.
We've got a couple of Pernell's toss up between Ronaldo or Lukaku. So he's Ronaldo or Antonio. So same dilemma as a lot of people. Yeah, Ronaldo and Lukaku. So yeah, Bruno's got the combo, and Matt's gone all out Chelsea defense. I just say Lukaku as captain. I reckon. I surely. I mean, yeah, Southampton at home is the perfect chance for Lukaku to dominate, score a hat trick or
It
something.
is. Yeah, I think so. It's hard though with those teams that have got Ronaldo and Lukaku. Like you've got a £12 million player or £11 million player, not captain and a striker. So they only score one goal. You're only getting 6 points, and that's a big chunk of money you've got spent. So that's why I'm not keen on I'm keen on like I think 3 premiums is fine, but I'd rather have 2 premium midfielders and a striker rather than those
Yeah,
two.
I think that's where so I wouldn't call them premiums, but I wouldn't call so like your Son and Vardy, who are both around sort of 10, the 10
Yeah,
mark. I don't know, they're kind of upper tier players,
yeah,
but not top of the range. And I think if you because I am seriously considering one of those two. Vard's the form that he's in, yeah. I feel like if you add him and Lukaku or Ronaldo up front, that's pretty potent.
yeah,
Or yeah, Son, and then maybe try and get 3 in. So one kind of around the 10 mark, 2 12s, and then it's not quite so
yeah.
mad expensive.
I have noticed that if you do try and put like like you said, if just by spending that maybe like 2 mil more, that does make quite a big difference to your overall squad. So yeah, if you can get someone that's like 10 or 9, then yeah, you save the 2-3 mil. You can bolster up like at least one player, if not 2.
Mm-hmm. And this is where my my squad's been pretty strong through the whole season. My starting other people have gone all out on the starting 11, and like last week was a good example of where the squad comes into play because Walker coming on worked out pretty well for me, and so I've always got a strong bench just in case anything does happen, and especially having some players who might not play, like a Walker. I think. Yeah, Traore now, exactly. Torres the last couple of weeks. I mean, thank God they haven't, in Torres' case, he hasn't come on both times. Yeah. But
I think every week I've had my first player on the bench, at least the first one, maybe sometimes the second one, have scored points. They haven't always come on. But yeah, it's good to know that you've got it there if one of them doesn't play.
Yeah, but my bench this week now is looking a bit weak. Obviously, I got Torres and Livramento essentially. So hopefully my starting 11 actually plays because I don't really want either of those to be coming on. Cool. What about like watch list? Have you got is there anyone that's been screaming out to you?
So at the moment, I was thinking about this earlier. Like usually at this point in the season, I've got loads like that I'm thinking about putting in. And I'm just waiting for the right time. But I'm kind of just sticking with a bit boringly. I'm sticking with like your Man City's, Chelsea's, and Liverpool's and Man United's at the moment, just because I think they are a bit of a cut above. But I would guess some of the ones that I've seen that have done well is like Sarr. I think he's one that's worth putting in.
Yeah, I think if you've had him since the start, you've done pretty well.
You've done well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just having a look at total points just to remind myself.
I'll stick the screen on. Benrahma, did he blank again, or did he? I can't remember now.
I can't remember what he did now.
3 points. Yeah. So that's all right. Decore is a cheeky one. I think. I feel like yeah, between him and Gray. Well, look, he scored more points than Gray so far.
That's mad, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. He does get forward a lot, and I remember back in the Watford days, he had a season or two. Maybe look at his history. I swear there was one season in particular for Watford where he was scoring quite a few goals.
5 and 7, 7 and 4. He's like one of those that like arrives late in the box and can just score like a tap in.
Yeah,
got that engine, and he's like a box to box. So
the core says. I mean, yeah, he's a good option.
I do like this Gallagher. I think he's quality.
Yeah, it's just a Palace are just they're not great. They're not a great side, are they? I think that I do rate him, but yeah. Bless me.
Yeah, there's no one really sticking out to
Maximan,
me.
so Maximan he's proven to be a decent asset.
Well, yeah, all but 1 week he's done
Yeah,
well. So, yeah, fair
yeah,
enough. His fixtures are still all right.
yeah. He's probably being helped by the fact that Wilson's not playing.
What's your fixtures like?
I don't even want to know, mate. No, the thing is, it doesn't really matter who we're playing at the moment. We're just not playing
That's
particularly
true.
well. So,
Yeah.
Vards is the only one that I even consider
Yeah.
at this moment in time.
Like I
Yeah,
said, I am considering. I do like the way Villa are starting to shape up. I
yeah,
think
but like I
when
said, who would be the stand-up player? So yeah, I suppose Watkins or Ings.
when
I
Diaz dropped, he was on my list at the start.
he's not
Did he?
really 15 points. Isn't a great return, is it? You got okay.
No.
Yeah, are they
So
all basically all come from that one game?
yeah, but I think he could be. Let's have a look at their fixtures. Yeah. So, but Villa again are one of those teams that it doesn't really necessarily matter who they're playing because they tend to do quite well against the big teams, but they at the same time they can do poorly against the teams that they should be beating. So I think they aren't so fixture dependent. They have got quite an exciting squad. How long's Bailey out for then?
Matty Cash, Spooner's asking, cheap option, ex-Forest.
He does get forward a lot, doesn't he?
He does. That was his first Villa goal, wasn't it? The weekend or the week before. Because I was away, I've lost track a little bit. But yeah, I would rather go for Mings just because he's a bit of a beast in the air and
Yeah.
more chance of getting you the odd goal. But I mean, look at their points so far. It's a toss up, really. Same.
This guy as well. I picked him out at the start, didn't I? Ramsey.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
think he's been playing. I might be wrong.
He hasn't played a single minute.
What? That's bullshit.
I've
Yeah, it is. I've seen him playing. I'm
I
sure.
thought he has. Yeah, no, I thought he has. I thought.
They've
I
got
know
two
there's another
Ramsey.
Ramsey. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah, that's confusing as hell. Are they brothers or
I reckon so.
probably? Probably.
Okay, yeah, he's done nothing, but like I've noticed that he's like on highlights and stuff that he's had the odd chance. So if you need like just to put a 4.5 in there, I would go for. I can't see anyone better in 4.5 midfield.
Like I say, Leon Bailly is the one for me, but he just doesn't play. And then
Yeah.
obviously I had Martinez at the start, but that penalty would have been so sweet. Because keeper gets the save even if they don't save it. Is that right?
What on penalty miss?
Yeah. Is
I
that right?
think.
Can you check Martinez's score? Someone told me that, but I've never actually checked.
Yeah.
Nah.
Wait, did
Nah,
he get
he
bonus?
must have got a clean sheet and bonus. He didn't get or did he?
Bonus.
Bonus 2, saves 4. Yeah, no.
Oh
He
no,
didn't
so no, you don't. Yeah.
I thought no, I can't remember who told me that. That was bullshit.
Unreliable sources.
Yeah, rightly so as well. I thought it was just one of those messed up fantasy things that was actually, a thing, but no.
What other sort of like mid teams do you want to have a little look at? See who they might. These teams is sticking out as like.
Leeds' fixtures are the ones, but other than
Leeds,
Rafinha, there's no one that you're going to go for really from that team, is it?
I like that Harris. Oh, is he back? Where's Harrison?
Yeah, he's there. Has he been injured? Is he?
I think so. I might be wrong. He's in and out, but hasn't hit the heights this season. But he did quite well. Yeah, 8 goals, 10 assists last season. I do like him.
He is a good player, but I just think, with Leeds, it's just an obvious one. You're going to go for Rafinha and
yeah.
Bamford if he's fit. They don't really have any other striker worth picking, do they? Rodrigo.
Yeah, they didn't always start him, do they?
No, I mean he probably is now that Bamford's injured, but he doesn't. He's never had a real run of goals.
This guy gets forward a lot. This Firpo, but they concede too many goals. Leeds, I think, to have a Leeds defender in there.
How is he still on 0 points? I don't get that. Is that
what? Again?
He's had 2 -1s.
Oh yeah, so yeah, stay away from Firpo.
Just Leeds defenders are just a no-go, an absolute no-go. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. That's why I'm sticking to the big teams because I mean, again, Leicester they're not on form.
No,
let's just say that they were. Who are you going to put in? Like Barnes has dropped a bit.
Yeah.
Madison doesn't play.
No,
There's a lot.
no, there's no one, mate. There is no one.
I think the thing is now that
Lookman would be the only one because
yeah,
he might start playing, and he's only 6 mil, and he's actually looked pretty dangerous.
I think the mid-table teams have like
Matt
caught
makes
up.
a good point. Matt makes a good point. Kane and hat-trick in the Conference League. No one's talking about Harry Kane, are they? We've never mentioned him as an option. I personally don't not rate him, but I just don't like him that much as a player, and Spurs are struggling. But he is another premium option who, in theory, he's the same as a Lukaku or a Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean, he should score points in these games, shouldn't he? Really. But yeah,
I think
12.1
through November, December, that's when.
Yeah.
I mean, a home to Leeds, Brentford, and Norwich. You couldn't ask for a better home games than that.
But if this was the Kane that was playing under Poch, like in an attacking team, then he'd be a no-brainer, really. But they just look a bit like Nuno's just the second coming of Mourinho, is he not? It's just like
I saw that they have some stats like, like the Premier League stats where they lie on the table on certain stats, and it's like for like shots conceded, they're like bottom for like
they're bottom.
It's awful. Yeah, it's terrible. So, I mean, it could be a lot worse for Leicester. It could be Spurs. It is actually amazing they were top after 3 games, isn't it? And then 3 games later, it's like an absolute travesty. Like it's like a shambles.
It is.
It's funny, but even those 3 games they won, they weren't exactly convincing. Son was basically winning them the games, but look at that man in a struggling team. He's played 5 games and had a 7, a 10, and a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think again, you'd rather have Son, wouldn't you? If he came, he's 2 mil cheaper. He gets the clean sheet points. He gets more points for scoring. And
my reckon for Kane, it's only a matter of time. Big differential if got in at the right time. Well, like I say, those 4 fixtures. And unless you want to take a risk on doing it any earlier, those 4 fixtures in November, from November on, would be the right time, I think, for maybe that. And if you've got Ronaldo or a Lukaku, it's easy to switch between them at least as well. So
that's the thing. You can switch it up. Whoever's got the best run of games, really. I think if Lukaku doesn't score, even though I've only had him in 1 week, I think I'll pay quite a bit of. What time are they playing Chelsea? I'll probably watch that game as the 3 o'clock. As the 3 o'clock. Well, it's the best of the 3 o'clock games. And if they're not playing very well, then I might consider switching them to Kane. But like I said, they didn't seem to be playing that great.
No, I think you're right with the mid-table thing. Obviously, it's always the case a little bit, but then I think it just. If you're going to go for a mid-table or lower team player, it just has to be it has to be like one of those players that
like Zaha, like it has to be.
Yeah, Zaha, Rafinha, Antonio. I mean, I guess they're a bit better than mid-table now, but like Jimenez, like the number 1 standout players from those teams, and maybe you'll do right. The reason why I went for Jimenez out of all my attacking options was because Wolves' fixtures are really good for the foreseeable future. So and like I said, he did definitely look back, roughly back to his best. West Ham, Souček hasn't hit the heights, has he?
He hasn't.
He scored on the opening day and not scored.
It seems like Rice is scoring more. Like he scored again last night.
Yeah, that's true.
Again, I wouldn't put Rice in, but
no. Again, I think it's Antonio or Ben Rama. But Bowen actually has started to.
I did notice that. He played 90 the last 2,
Spooner's asking if there's any cheap keeper advice. Have a lot invested elsewhere. Normally, what I do is I try and I hope that one of the first team choice keeper gets injured, and then who did I do that with last year? It was I've had some bad years as well, but
who was it?
Was it Liverpool? Alisson was injured, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he had Adrian. He was an option last year.
Yeah, so I think that's a good way of trying to get a 4 mil keeper and who might actually play. But so far, Foster, I know Foster was the only one that I noticed who was actually playing last week, wasn't he?
Yeah, he played last week. But he played the last 2. So, Yeah.
Well, yeah, not
And then
if you're looking for a cheap keeper to have in a bench, as a 4 mil, like obviously that he would be the best one. But if you're looking for one to start, then Foster, I wouldn't
you've
recommend
got to
it.
spend 4.5 basically, haven't you? Then I personally think the best choice out of those
No, it's got to
is,
be Ramsdale. It's
is
got to be.
Ramsdale. I think he's pretty nailed on now with Leno. I'm pretty confident that he's pretty nailed now. So the fixtures are still good for the next 5 weeks. If not, what's McCarthy's? McCarthy's got some nice fixtures coming up.
Yeah, McCarthy's. I've
Home out of the form.
already got Livramento, so I wouldn't. But McCarthy, yeah, with those fixtures, I've had him in the past. But has Sanchez gone up? Sanchez must have gone up to 4.6. Is it?
Yeah, he's gone up. Yeah.
Brighton, fair play to them. They look like a good side.
Yeah, they're solid.
Didn't concede many goals. Yeah, they're solid. Defensively solid. You've got Duffy, and he's. I mean, that assist against Leicester was a joke, but yeah. No, mate, well, if it's Leicester, I never forget. These things,
But yeah, their fixtures are getting a bit after the next two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt's saying that Lamptey's back. Is it? That's pretty big if that's true. But then he's always, whenever he's come back recently, he's just got injured against immediately. So.
Oh yeah, it's 4.4 as well. Could be a bit of a bargain, that.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I might consider that. It's worth. Hopefully, we'll see if he's. I'd like to give him a game or two just to make sure that he's actually fit because he seems to have a muscular injury or or something that.
Because you say rapid, it's his hamstrings. I think it's just
yeah. I had a guy at uni, big up Johnny Semple, but he got massive, like huge. And literally, he used to come on as a sub, and it's the first time he tried and sprint, his leg would just go ping. Bless him, like every time.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Looking at it, he got that season where he started like shit hot. He got 3 assists in 9-10 games, which for a defender is, and for that price is really good. So
yeah, good shout, Matthew. Good shout. I might steal that. Yeah. All right, mate. I think I might leave it there. Yeah, we've almost done the hour. I'm yeah.
Gagging for a takeaway.
Yeah, exactly. I am actually getting pretty hungry. Yeah, and a drink or two. But I'm feeling chirpier, as you can tell this week. I think I'm on the road. I'm on the road to recovery. And I'm feeling pretty confident looking at my team this week. It's good to know that you've taken a -4 as well. So we're going into the head-to-head level, both with that hit. And yeah, man, like hopefully I can just start chipping away at that points lead.
Yeah, what was the difference? I didn't actually see what the total.
I think
like 340 something. So you're about 60, 70 behind.
Yeah, I think Dom, I'm about 80 odd, you 60. Yeah. So I need a good run. But then when you actually think about it, this is game week 7 we're heading into. Game week 7, 38. Like there is a long way to go, but I'm already thinking about this is why I'm second guessing whether I should go for players like Salah or Ronaldo, who everyone's already got. We'll see, Matthew. We will see. We'll see. And yeah, good luck to everyone else. We'll catch up next week and see how we're getting on.
Yeah, man.
All right. Easy. Yeah, let me just find the end broadcast button because I always